my speech, but please, just this once, listen to me. The theme for this year's convocation is Kabataan mula sa K-12, tagapagdala ng kaunlaran sa bansang Pilipinas. Upon pondering on what exactly to write, I realized that the theme this year forces me to write about how the K-12 curriculum will benefit us and in turn fuel the development of our country. However, I know that there have already been countless speeches made about this. Speeches by people who are far more equipped to explain K-12 than I am, such as our beloved ambassador. I refuse to be another one of those speeches that all of you will just forget. I am given this opportunity to both speak to you, my batchmates, and also as a representative of Batch Delta. Ladies and gentlemen, being the pioneering batch of the K-12, there are a lot of eyes upon us, waiting for what we are going to make of this change, whether this is a blessing or a curse. But I am a firm believer that change is good, and that this one, in particular, is a blessing. We are all aware of what K-12 is, but just to refresh your memory, according to the Department of Education, K-12 is basically kindergarten and 12 years of basic education. According to their website, it is to provide sufficient time for mastery of concepts and skills, develop lifelong learners, and prepare graduates for tertiary education, middle-level skills, development, employment, and entrepreneurship. In simpler terms, the graduates of the K-12 will be more prepared for college, for university. They will be more ready to join the workforce and more competitive in the global job market. Batch Delta, I'm sure that this chance has been given to us for a reason. It aims to prepare us, to test our patience, and to teach us the meaning of seizing opportunities. I know that the importance of K-12 is still a pending question in everyone's minds, and that is something that I wish to address. In the competitive job market today, employers consider the number of years in which we studied basic education as a huge contributing factor on whether we will be employed or promoted. This curriculum will equip us with the necessary skills, mindset, and emotional stability that we need to endure the harsh realities after high school. Batch Delta, we are given the challenge of being the new generation under the K-12 curriculum that will help uplift our country and truly be a factor in its development towards a better future. Everyone is looking at us, may it be with hopeful or judging eyes, trying to gauge whether we will fail or not. But I speak as the first honors of Batch Delta, we will not fail! Maybe in a few years' time, I'll see Nicole Grignans in the UAAP as a successful volleyball player. Or Sam Sala as the next fashion stylist of the stars. Shania Garcia as a successful engineer. Junjun Molina as a famous person in the musical industry. Maybe Billy Santos as a leading architect or an Instagram celebrity. Maybe I'll see Nur Lokman and Daniela Pata as successful doctors. Maybe I'll see Brent Real dancing on TV. Joseph Patton as a successful pilot and the next Daniel Padilla. Or J.M. Kimba as a successful engineer and the next Enchon D. Or perhaps Greg Garcia as the next general or admiral of the AFP. Francis Trillaana as a successful astronaut. Or maybe Thea Aspi as the future president of the Philippines. I can see you, Batch Delta, as the future innovators, future visionaries, and future leaders of our country. Let us be the country's hope that our dear national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal, talked about. Batch Delta will not be a broken promise, but rather a seized opportunity. Batch Delta will strive to pursue their goals towards becoming productive and successful citizens that our alma mater and further on our country, the Philippines, will be truly proud of. Ladies and gentlemen, can safely say that I've mastered the art of patience. God has thrown me the biggest challenges and the hardest battles at a young age. And at that time, I was confused and had absolutely no idea what to do with the hardships coming my way. Like our situation now, batchmates, we are given this opportunity that is a challenge for us, whether we are going to cherish it or let it go to waste. I seem like a very happy-go-lucky girl, someone who's very noisy, but a lot of you don't know the things that I have been through. My biological father left me at a young age. Sorry. At a time when I was not yet mature in any way. And this fueled a lot of questions in my mind. Am I not good enough? Did I do something wrong? Am I not worthy to be a daughter? I felt worthless. I felt so angry at a young age. Even before I met true love, I knew what heartbreak was. I asked myself, your father is supposed to be the first person, the first man to protect you. But what will you do if your father is the first person to take your hand? But God truly works in mysterious ways. He silently worked His magic upon me to make everything fall into place. Right now, we are all worried as to where we will study and worried about how we're going to tackle this new experience in our lives. But God's presence will enter our mind and our heart if only we let Him. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. After much heartbreak and many times of doubt, God finally showed me the reason why I had to wait. He prepared me. God let me experience the feeling of having nothing so that I will be more thankful when I finally have everything. I have lost important people in my life, but God blessed me with a complete family that He knew would love me unconditionally and protect me from the harms of this world. Ladies and gentlemen, God has a reason why we are the first batch to experience this new curriculum. The reason may be unclear now, but if we continue following His destiny path for us, we will reach the destination of understanding. The opportunity to become better, not only for ourselves, but also for our families, our alma mater, and our nation, is something that we must all be grateful for. It is something that I am most definitely thankful for. In light of that, I have many people to send my gratitude to. This glorious day, this life, all of our achievements, all thanks and praise for Him, our one true God. There is no greater being that deserves all the gratitude today other than Him. I have not been a perfect daughter, and I know that I have done many things that did not please Him, but still, He cares for me, loves me, and blesses me more than what I need. Everything I have came from You, and everything I have achieved is for the glory of Your name and Your name alone. Father, I thank You for all of the challenges and all of the hardships. It has made me stronger, wiser, more appreciative, and more thankful. God has truly blessed me with much, but my parents will always be the greatest blessing that I have ever received. I have no idea where to even begin thanking you guys, because I am in debt to you for everything. I know that I am quite ambitious. I'm a dreamer. I keep on trying everything. I think every month I am doing something. Joining different contests and activities, but Mom and Dad, thank you for supporting me every step of the way. Dad, Thank you for entering our lives and becoming the father that Rita and I have always wanted to have. You are a great blessing to us, and I will forever be grateful for your precious love. Mom, I'm sorry. I know that I am far from being a perfect daughter, but still you were there. Thank you for being strong when it was only you who was raising 2 daughters. Thanks to you, I believe in my own strength, and no one can tell me that a woman cannot survive alone. I'll admit that it was hard. It was very difficult. I was actually inspired by the engineer Joseph. I had quite the same experience with the TV. When I was in elementary, my mom and I, only the 2 of us were renting 1 small room in a house because that was the only place that we can afford. And we had this TV, about maybe only this wide. And we had to keep it inside the cabinet because if the person who owns the house that we are renting in will see the TV, she might charge us more for electricity and we don't have money. We were sleeping on a mattress on the floor. I remember, my mom was supposed to buy milk for me. Tapos pagdating niya sa cashier, pagbukas niya ng wallet niya, oh shucks, wala pala siyang pera. Mom, you covered us with your patience, with your undying care, with a love so pure and so strong. I'm sorry. Tumatakbo lang ako pag pinapalinis mo yung kwarto ko. I won't promise that I'll clean it tomorrow kasi hindi yung gagawin. Pero this week, promise. I promise that I will not fail the 2 of you. Someday, your daughter will be Attorney Thea Asta. To the rest of my family, my annoying sister Rita, Tita Zara, Tita Judel, Baby Zoe and Zia, my grandparents, Mommy Lola and Daddy Lolo, thank you for being the support system that I know I can always count on. You have all shown me what true love is and what you make me feel. Rita, know you're there. I know we fight a lot, and it's mostly your fault. I'm sorry because I know that at times it seems as if you're the ate because I'm immature. Thank you for being patient with me. I'm looking forward to dancing to work by Rihanna when we go home tonight. I love you. I love you all with everything that I am. To our school principal, Dr. Alexandra Sacosta, thank you for your continuous belief in my capabilities. I am truly blessed to have your full guidance and support, and I promise to carry the ideals and values that I learned from Philippine School Doha. I will forever be thankful for your graciousness towards me and my family. To our high school coordinator, Ma'am Caridad Cañete, thank you also for all the support, the reminders, the guidance that you continually shower me with. With all the contests and activities that I joined, I think I have been in Ma'am Karen's office more than I did some of the classrooms. And I am truly thankful for your guiding presence. To my grade 10 advisor, Ma'am Belinda Bocasna, thank you so much. I have never met someone with a more beautiful heart than you. Thank you for being so patient, so caring, and so loving. You are more than our advisor, you are our mom. You have been the friend that always looks out for me and helps me to become a better classmate, student, and daughter. I know that I speak for all of Batch Delta when I say that I will miss your angel stamps. To all of my grade 10 teachers, Ma'am Ellen Castro, Dr. Cleophas Pascual, Dr. Julius Reyes, Ma'am Bernadette Ramos, Ma'am Mirna Chansin, Sir Julius Adrosalam, Sir Richard Caballero, Sir Aris Madrid, Ma'am Alma Resilion, Ma'am Monet Cayatok, Sir Derek Peresteros, and Sir Jonald Ramos. Thank you for all of the knowledge that you have imparted with me. not only regarding your respective subjects, but also for all the reminders and lessons in life. Thank you for being patient with me, being truly caring, and supportive of all of my endeavors. You are all blessings to me and my family, and I will forever be indebted. To my grade 9 advisor, Ma'am Riza Constantino, thank you for your confidence in me. Being the Maria Clara was a dream that I didn't even know about. And without their belief in me, I would never even have auditioned. That experience made me feel comfortable being a new student. And it gave me the confidence to start trying even more things. To the rest of my grade 9 teachers, Ma'am Wama Urbina, Ma'am Noemi Farbaran, Ma'am Mylene Santiago, thank you for your continuous support and belief in what I can do. You are all a part of my journey, and I thank you all so much. I know that this teacher is not here anymore, but still, I would like to thank her. Ma'am Claire Vistal is someone whom I will never forget. She's more than just my coach and my mentor during my Maria Clara days. She is also a parental figure who continually pushed me to become better. When I was in grade 9, she always asked me what my average was because she said that she believes in me and that I can do better. Ma'am Claire, look at where I am now. You were the first teacher to tell me that I was worthy of being in the pilot class, and I never truly believed in that. But now, here I am, giving the vote of thanks as the first honors of Batch Delta. I am sad that you cannot be here to witness this moment, but still, I know that you're proud of me. Thank you so much for everything. To my mentor and my mama, Sir Julius and Rosaramo. And to Hayao Performing Arts, thank you for accepting me into your family. I can still remember the day that Sir Edro approached me and asked me if I wanted to audition for Hayao. I had absolutely no idea what it was. But I took a chance, and it has been an amazing journey and a blessing from there. I gained so many life lessons and teachings, but most importantly, I gained not just friends, but sisters and brothers. To my batch, Jam, Pearl, Shannon, Janelle, Brent, Edmar, Robert, Buds, and Jacob, thank you for all the love and all the memories. The journey wasn't easy, but I'm glad that in the end, you're still siblings. I will forever be grateful, Sir Edro, for the opportunities that you presented to me. Through you and through Hayao, I found people that I truly belong with. Hayao is truly a family, and I am blessed to be a part of it. To my grade 9 section Zircon and my current section Burial, to our family friends, my friends, everyone who has supported me, congratulated me in all my achievements, prayed for me, thank you so much. I try mentioning you all, but it will probably take 2 more days, and I'll probably miss some of the names, so I won't. To my best friends, you know who you are. Thank you so much for all of the love that you have given me. I've been in PSD for a far shorter amount than all of you, but still, you welcomed me and allowed me to build strong friendships with you that I know I will cherish for a lifetime. Thank you for sticking with me and tolerating my craziness, my clinginess, my noisiness, and all of my hugot and dramas in life. Thank you for making me feel cared for and making me feel worth it. My loves, you all hold a special place in my heart, and I know that it will stay that way forever. Batch Delta, if there's one thing that I learned that I want to share with you all from being in PSD, it is the importance of loyalty and the virtue of patience. We can never achieve anything if we are continually limbo about what exactly we want to achieve. We have to be loyal to our goals, commit to them, pursue them, fail to achieve them, get pushed down trying, stand back up, and try again. In the course of 10 months, Batch Delta faced many monsters. Recently, we faced an evil so deadly, I thought our batch would not survive. And the name of this monster is ramification. of strategizing on how to defeat this monster, we still prevailed and we Batch Delta became stronger. But what we didn't know is that this monster only appeared to prepare us for the real demon, the SRA. This evil being was more complicated. It was divided into 30 little dark and deadly creatures. It wanted to suck our time, our blood, and our soul. These deadly creatures have tiny stars or asterisks on them. And if you hit it the wrong way, you will have to face even more tiny deadly beings, the SRB. I saw the scared faces of my batchmates, and for a while I thought that all was hopeless. The batch seemed defeated before the battle of SRA even began. This was the only time when I saw that our roles were reversed. Wala dapat pasok. Ayaw tayong papasukin ng teachers. But Batch Delta was loyal to the battle. Armed with sharp ballpens and sharp minds, we went to school. This was the only time that I saw even the most troublesome boys care and truly work hard for something. After days of torture, Batch Delta defeated this monster. As they say, nothing worth keeping comes easy, which is why we have to be patient when waiting for something that we want. Even though some things are rightfully ours already, we have to trust in God's perfect timing. According to Leo Tolstoy, God sees the truth but waits. We may all be Ivan Aksionovs at this time, facing the hardships brought upon us by the Bakar semi-militias of this world. But God has a purpose as to why we are experiencing all of this right now. And in the perfect time, God will reveal these rightful reasons. At some times, I know it felt as if we were wasting time. But I believe, Batch Delta, that we have been together long enough to form a bond. Even though we chose to laugh, make jokes, play music, and talk to each other instead of studying or becoming more productive. Remember what the fox said to the little prince. It is the time you have wasted for your rose that makes your rose so important. The fox also said, you become responsible forever for what you've tamed. You are responsible for your rose. The bond that we have created as Batch Delta is our precious rose. It is something that we have tamed, something that we have put our effort in, something we have cherished, and also something that we are responsible for. All the laughs and all the memories, good or bad, are what makes our rose unique from all the others. It is up to us if we will let our rose wilt, let the Batch Delta bond fade and be forgotten, or let the rose grow even more, letting our bond grow stronger even though we may be apart. I once read, the longer you wait for something, the more you appreciate it when you get it. Because anything worth having is definitely something worth having. Batch Delta, I know that each of us are filled with different dreams and aspirations and that we are all excited to fulfill them. But remember that failure is inevitable and that we don't always have to get it on the first try. We can pray for it and continually work for it. But God knows when is the right time for us to finally have it. Batchmates, being prepared is something that takes time. May it be prepared for studies, for friendship, prepared for forgiveness, or prepared for love. We have to learn how to wait and make most of the time that is given to us to prepare ourselves and make ourselves better. So when the time comes that we are studying for university, making a new friend, time to forgive or be forgiven, or when we finally find true love, we know that we are ready because we've waited. Batch Delta, I am Thea Astin, the first honors of school year 2015-2016, wishing us all a bright future. Keep persevering and keep believing. Aim high, Batch Delta. Thank you and God bless.